guys, Miss Kulkarni here. Welcome to my chemistry videos. In this video, we're going to focus on organic chemistry. Many organic compounds are used as medicines, and these medicines have some special groups. Do you know what they're called? They're called as functional groups. So one of the common questions asked on exams is identify functional groups for a given medicine. Like in this question, did you see there is a word statin in the molecule, which kind of indicates that this probably is a cholesterol lowering medicine. So our goal is to identify at least 4 functional groups in given medicine. So look at the molecule and say if anything rings the bell. So if you remember functional groups, that's great. But here is a quick refresher. So these are the most important functional groups. The most common and which give polarity to a compound are the one containing oxygen, like this one here, COOH. And that's a carboxylic acid. This is the other one. And look at that. All these molecules have oxygen. If you come over here, there's another one. And there is one more. And of course, there is ether. So we got a bunch of these organic functional groups which give special properties. That does not mean anything containing a nitrogen or a cyanide group or a nitro group is going to be least important. They all are important. But you may see some groups appearing more often than the others. So let's go back to our molecule. And what I did was I actually circled these functional groups to make it easy. And our goal is to identify the name of the functional groups. So to make it simple, let me just label those. So this is a COOH. Which group is that? That is the carboxylic acid group. Then let's go to the B. Did you see there is carbon over here connected to carbonyl, CO, and also NH? What is this group called? This is an amide group, or also called as carboxamide group. It's also present in many of the proteins and peptides. Let's look at C. C looks like a benzene ring. So when benzene ring is attached to a carbon in a molecule, that group is called as a phenyl group. And you know what these are? These are all OH. OH is not a hydroxy group in organic chemistry. We call these groups as alcohol groups, and we got 2 of those. So the question was to find out 4 functional groups, and I guess we got 4 functional groups in that molecule. Let's move on to the next molecule, the next question in the exam. And this is ampicillin. Can you guess it? The ending words kind of gives you a hint. It is something related to penicillin. Yes. So it is an antibacterial compound which is in the group of the penicillin related compounds. All penicillin compounds have 4-member ring, and you know what is it? That is the beta-lactam ring. But if the question is asking you identify the functional groups, you need to look at some other groups hanging onto the molecule. So here's what I did. I label these groups. Look at this group A. We saw it earlier. COOH. What is that? It is carboxylic acid. Look at B. We saw this also in earlier molecule, and that is CONH. That is an amide or a carboxamide group. Let's go to C. C is just NH2. NH2 is an amine, and in this case, this is a primary amine. So amino group or amine. Then let's move to D. Did we see this earlier? Yes. It's a benzene ring attached to carbon. That means it is a phenyl group. And this is E, which is just C double bond O. It's a carbonyl group and there is nothing else adjacent to that. That means it is going to be a ketone function. Now you may argue that this is besides this nitrogen, so it may classify to be an amide also. But just to let you know that we have carbonyl group also present in this molecule. Let's look at one more, and this is your test now. Let's see if you can figure out functional groups present in the molecule. So again, you should keep on looking at any groups which are hanging off of that carbon chain and then circle those and figure out what we got. So look at that group A. Have you seen this group before? Yes. What is that? Did you get it? It's carboxylic acid. There you go. What is group B? It's the benzene ring. So that will be a phenyl group. You got it. Then look at this C. C is connected CO to N. And of course this nitrogen is connected to other carbon. So it's tertiary nitrogen. But still CON is an amide. So we got an amide group there. Look at this D. This is NH. That means it must be an amine. It's a secondary amine. So we still call it as an amino group. Look at group E now. And this looks similar to carboxylic acid. But instead of having that hydrogen hanging, we got a different group here, which is an alkyl group. So what does that become? That becomes an ester group. So you guys got the idea. If any compound is given, I am sure you will be able to circle and identify the functional groups. It is so simple and easy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you again in next video. Until then, bye-bye.